Have you ever imagined that a handful of almonds may be bad for your health without you knowing it? A lot of us think nuts are good for us, but new research shows that eating the incorrect sort of nuts on a daily basis may raise the risk of heart disease, renal issues, mental decline, and even cancer by as much as 48%. And the risk is significantly larger once you become 60. What causes this to happen? As we become older, our bodies become more vulnerable to toxins, inflammation, and digestive problems that are buried in certain meals. Some nuts that appear good on the surface might be harming you every day. You could even be eating them every day, believing they're good for your heart, brain, or energy. But they're really steadily hurting your health. One nut that low-carb diets typically prescribe has been linked to brain fog, kidney strain, and even liver stress. This is because a natural chemical builds up in your body over time. Older people with weaker detox systems are more at danger. Don't worry, however. This movie isn't all about the risks. I'll also tell you which nuts are good for your bones, heart, brain, and stomach, and which ones you should stay away from. You'll know precisely how to change the nuts you eat to improve your memory, boost your immune system, and give you energy that lasts all day. We at Senior Healthcare present expert-backed advice on how to live a longer, healthier, and more active life beyond age 60. If this is important to you, be sure to subscribe and switch on alerts so you don't miss out on this sort of life-changing information. And I'd love to know where you're watching from. Please leave a comment with your location and any opinions you have as we go along. Let's start with the good news, the 4 nuts that are best for older people. Then I'll tell you about the 4 worst nuts you should stay away from. Stay with me to the finish, because the final nut on the avoid list can really surprise you. Almonds. Good for your heart and bones. For older people, almonds are one of the greatest nuts. As we become older, our bones naturally get weaker and more brittle. After age 65, even a slight fall might lead to a bad fracture or hospitalization. This can be stopped by eating almonds. A quarter cup has over 100 milligrams of calcium and magnesium, which helps calcium go into the bones instead of blocking blood vessels. A lot of older people don't get enough magnesium, which may lead to cramping, constipation, and an erratic heartbeat. Eating almonds may help fix this problem on its own. Almonds also include a lot of good monounsaturated fats that decrease bad LDL cholesterol and keep arteries free, which lowers the risk of heart disease. And there's a secret benefit. Almonds could help keep your brain healthy. Tufts University research demonstrates that almonds protect brain cells from oxidative stress, which is one of the main reasons why people lose their memory as they get older. Eating almonds on a regular basis may lessen the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia and also improve cognitive performance in general. How to consume. Older people should eat 15 to 20 almonds per day, and they should be raw or dry roasted with no extra salt. The skin has flavonoids that double the antioxidant impact when mixed with vitamin E in the nut. Soak almonds overnight to make them easier to swallow. Walnuts. The best food for your brain walnuts are the nut that looks the most like the brain and is good for it. They include a lot of alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that is very important for brain function. Omega-3s are like oil in an engine. They keep brain communication smooth, lower inflammation, and preserve memory regions. A big research in the Journal of Nutrition found that older people who ate only 1.5 grams of walnuts every day for 8 weeks had sharper minds, quicker memories, and more flexible minds. Walnuts also include polyphenols that lower inflammation in the brain, which is a major cause of Alzheimer's and dementia. They also naturally contain melatonin, which is the hormone that helps you sleep well. Melatonin levels drop as we become older, which is why many older people have trouble sleeping. Eating 7 to 9 walnut halves at night could help you go back to your normal sleep schedule. They also help the heart by giving it arginine, an amino acid that makes blood vessels more flexible. This is extremely helpful for older people who take cholesterol or blood pressure medicine. How to eat. A handful per day, and it's best to keep them in the fridge to keep their oils fresh. Pistachios may lower blood pressure and protect your eyes. Seniors may not know how good pistachios are for them. They help 2 important things: blood pressure and eyesight. Potassium, a mineral that balances salt and reduces blood pressure naturally, is found in roughly 300 milliliters in only 1 ounce of pistachios. Research shows that eating pistachios on a daily basis may lower systolic blood pressure by up to 5 points, which is enough to put some older people back into the normal range. Pistachios are also full in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 strong antioxidants that protect the macula in your eyes from age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which is the main cause of vision loss in older people. They also have a soft crunch that makes them gentler on sensitive teeth than firmer nuts. Eating pistachios in the shell takes longer, helps you regulate your portions, and stops you from eating too much. Eat around 49 pistachios a day, either salted or unsalted. This is a healthful snack that may help with blood pressure, vision, and weight management. Brazil nuts, the anti-aging and thyroid powerhouse because they have selenium in them. Brazil nuts could be the best nut for older people. A lot of elderly people have thyroid problems that haven't been detected yet. They may feel tired, gain weight, feel chilly, or have a bad mood. You need selenium to activate thyroid hormones, and eating only 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day will provide you all the selenium you need. But selenium does more than that. It gives you more energy, makes your immune system stronger, and protects your DNA, which slows down the aging process at the molecular level. The fiber and natural oils in Brazil nuts make them easy to digest, and their creamy texture helps too. How to consume. Only eat 1 or 2 nuts a day, as too much selenium might be bad for you. To keep them fresh, put them in the fridge, ideally in the shell. Have you ever wondered that the nuts you eat every day, which you thought were good for you, could perhaps be hurting your body? Some nuts that are popular, especially for people over 60, can make inflammation worse, raise blood sugar levels, put stress on the kidneys, and even raise the risk of cancer, according to new research. And here's the startling part. You can be eating them all the time without even knowing how bad they are for you. In this video, I'll talk about 4 nuts that seniors shouldn't eat since they might mess with your prescriptions, hurt your bones, and cause health issues you didn't know you have. Please stay with me to the finish, since the final nut on this list could surprise you the most. The 4 nuts that can be hurting your body every day without you knowing it. The final one on this list might startle you. Stay with me till the finish. 1. Peanuts, the silent cause of inflammation. Peanuts aren't nuts. They're legumes that grow in the ground like peas and beans. That's when the trouble begins. Because of this, mold commonly makes aflatoxins, which are harmful chemicals that get into peanuts. Aflatoxins may damage the liver, make the immune system weaker, and potentially cause cancer. This is particularly bad for older people since their body's natural detox systems slow down as they become older, which lets these poisons pile up over time. Peanuts are also heavy in omega-6 fats, which make inflammation worse. Omega-3s, on the other hand, make it better. Peanuts make the imbalance worse since most individuals already eat too much omega-6. Peanuts may also mess with certain blood-thinning drugs, such warfarin, since they include vitamin K in them. People over 65 who use these kinds of drugs are more likely to have deadly blood clots or bleeding that won't stop. What about peanut butter? Store-bought ones are generally full of sugar, salt, and hydrogenated oils, which makes them much worse for your heart and weight. There is a danger of aflatoxin in even natural peanut butter. If you want to eat nuts that are better for your heart and brain, choose almonds or walnuts instead of peanuts. 2. Cashews, the sugar spike. You didn't see cashews can taste sweet and creamy, but they can be dangerous for older people. Cashews have a lot of carbs, about 9 grams per ounce, unlike other nuts. This may rapidly raise blood sugar levels in persons over 60, particularly those with diabetes or prediabetes. This can cause energy collapses, weight gain, and problems with diabetes. Cashews also include a lot of oxalates, which may bind to calcium and make it harder to absorb. This raises the chance of losing bone and getting kidney stones, which are both typical problems for older people. Worse, cashews have urushiol in them, which is the same toxin that poison ivy has. Most of it is removed during processing, but certain residues may stay behind, which might cause allergic skin responses in some individuals. Choose almonds or pistachios instead if you like creamy nuts. They are healthy for your bones and don't raise your blood sugar as much. 3. Macadamia. Nuts, the secret calorie bomb. Macadamias taste great and are buttery, but they have the most calories of any nut, with more than 200 calories and 22 grams of fat per ounce. For elderly people, this implies that they might gain weight without realizing it over time, as their metabolism slows and their muscle mass decreases. They also include 3 grams of saturated fat per ounce, which might boost LDL, bad cholesterol levels. This is a problem for seniors with heart problems. Is there another hidden problem? How hard they are. Seniors who have dental problems including crowns, poor enamel, or dentures might shatter their teeth when they consume macadamias. Also, macadamia oils go bad rapidly, creating free radicals that accelerate up aging and may enhance the risk of cancer. If you thought macadamias were good for your heart, switch to pistachios or walnuts for a safer diet. 4. Pine nuts, the drug disruptor that is dangerous. You may be surprised by this final one. Pine nuts, which are often used in pesto and salads, may be dangerous for older people. First, they may make it harder for a lot of popular medicines for blood pressure, cholesterol, and even depression to work. People commonly forget about this food-drug interaction, but it might make your treatments less effective. Second, pine nuts may give you pine mouth, which is a harsh, metallic taste that can remain for weeks. This can make elderly people lose their appetite and lose weight without meaning to. They also go bad rapidly because they include a lot of polyunsaturated fats, which make inflammatory molecules that make arthritis and other long-term illnesses worse. Their tiny, slippery texture might make things worse since it can be a choking danger for older adults who have dry mouths or trouble swallowing. Some studies even say that pine nuts may make age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which is the most common cause of visual loss in older people, worse. If you like pesto, use walnuts or sunflower seeds instead of pine nuts. They taste the same but are far safer. Not all nuts are the same, even if some of them are good for you. People over 60 should be extra careful with peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts. Instead, eat almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts to keep your heart, bones, brain, and general health in good shape.